Today I'm working on the upgrade setup of our cabin in the woods so that I can test it out with the first night in with the little power station that we received from Bluetti. A little while back we built a little cabin at the back of a property. Check the full build video if you haven't seen it already, and I'll put a link in the description as well. I still haven't had time to set it up properly, busy with friends and family over the Christmas holidays. But now, with a few days ahead of me before starting work again, I finally have some time to continue working on it. I still have a bit of clearing to do outside of the cabin, cutting some wood, which seems like a never-ending chore around here, even during the summer, but that will certainly come handy in the winter. The style I'm going with for the cabin is based on practicality first, but I'm also keen to get a feel for a logger's cabin any opportunity I find, which is part of the history where we live here in northern New South Wales, Australia, where the loggers came with or right after the early settlers. Doing a bit of wood chopping in the middle of the day during summer is not that smart around here. I ended up completely drenched in sweat. Better to do that work early morning or early evening these days. I'm not gonna cut everything, some will make some really nice benches. Last wood chopping for the day, and on to some finishing touches on the deck of the cabin that I hadn't done yet, which is fixing it to the structure. A bit of wiggling, and this was done in no time. Seeing the first early successes of our videos and channel, we reached out to brands we really liked, and Bluetti were kind enough to send us a little power station. I put a link in the description of the product. So we gave it a go. This was pretty exciting, our first unboxing and review video. First, I have to say the packaging and product itself are pretty slick. This is one of their smaller models, the Bluetti AC50B portable power station, 700 watt and 448 watt hour. Plenty of ways to recharge it, including solar, car, main, generator. It's got a smart control via the Bluetti app and a smart turbocharging. It has AC or DC output or 240 or 12 volt. And plus, it came fully charged. Overall, really great first impressions. The ready-to-use, all-in-one factor was really what made me look for this kind of power stations. Having dabbled in solar system with batteries, panels, inverters, etc., I like that it really dumbs it down, ready to use for all kind of use. But let's get back to our setup. Whilst the outside of the cabin is starting to look nice, the inside is still quite bare. So for this first evening here, I'll need a little bit more than a power station. Let's figure out at least a bed and a bit of entertainment. basic comfort sorted, I was ready to spend the evening, bringing with me a few things to entertain myself and test out the power station. It's amazing these days what you can find that plugs into USB or USB-C, like Listamp for instance. But I also brought my laptop to do a bit of editing work and a book from a fellow Australian YouTuber, Bo Miles, link in description. No affiliation, but I just really like what he does. Amazing storyteller and backyard adventurer. The Bluetti, as you can see, is on 85% now, but that's because in between the time I opened it and the time I used it for this video, we had people over using it in their tent with a little fan for 2 nights, and I'm actually quite amazed that it only took 15% of the battery life. Now, time for a bit of work trying to use all the power station functions until night time. Getting a bit tired after a long day of work as usual on the property, it is now time for entertainment that doesn't require much plugging in. But still good to have the Bluetti running in the background to power my equipment and maybe a little fun if it gets too hot during the night. If you spent a good moment at the cabin with us, please put a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one. We'll be working on the off-grid setup with compost toilet, shower, kitchenette. Until next time!